My girlfriend said, "If you're unhappy, use the door." I replied, "Okay." Then I packed my bags, moved to corporate housing, canceled internet and utilities, changed passwords, and left a note saying, "I used the door while she was out flirting." And I just smiled, because the bartender exposed her lies on social media. I, 30, male, watched my girlfriend, Tara, 28, lean across the bar, touching the bartender's arm while laughing at something he said. Her hand lingered. Third time tonight. We were at her coworker's birthday party. I'd driven us here, bought the first round, been the perfect supportive boyfriend, and there she was, giving some random dude the look she used to give me. When she finally came back to our table, I kept it calm. "Hey, can we talk about something?" Still watching the bartender. "What's up?" "The flirting, it's getting uncomfortable." Finally looking at me, eyebrow raised. "Flirting? I'm being friendly." "You touched his arm 3 times, played with your hair. Did the laugh?" "The laugh? Seriously, Noelle? The one you do when you're interested? You did it on our first date." She rolled her eyes so hard. "I'm surprised they didn't pop out. You're being insecure. It's not attractive. I'm being honest about my boundaries." Sighing dramatically. "God, you're exhausting. I can't even be nice to people without you making it weird. There's nice and there's flirting. You know the difference." She stood up, grabbed her drink. "Do you know what? If you're so unhappy, the door is right there," gestured toward the exit. "Nobody's forcing you to stay." "That's your response." "Really? What do you want me to say?" "Sorry for having a personality. Sorry for not being a shut-in like you. I just asked you to stop flirting with other men. And I'm telling you, if you don't like how I act, there's the door. Use it or shut up about it. The entitlement, the dismissal, like my feelings were an inconvenience to her." "Good time." "Me, thanks for the reminder." "What's that supposed to mean?" "Me, nothing. Enjoy your party." Left cash for my tab, walked out. She didn't follow. Probably didn't even notice for 20 minutes. Drove home to our apartment. Well, my apartment. She'd moved in 8 months ago, never got around to putting her on the lease. Her mail still went to her mom's place because she hadn't gotten around to changing it. Sat in the living room, looked around. My furniture, my electronics, my kitchen stuff, my books, my apartment, her contributions, throw pillows, scented candles, the live, laugh, love sign I hated, and the constant reminder that I was lucky she chose me. My phone buzzed. "Weru, did you seriously leave? So dramatic." "Whatever. Jake's giving me a ride home, Jake." The bartender, of course. Made my decision right there. She was right. The door was right there. She was right. The door was right there. Time to use it, but not how she expected. Started with the essentials. Our shared Netflix. Changed the password. Electric bill she forgot to put her name on. Scheduled for disconnect in 30 days. Internet she used for her work from home job. Same deal. Then I went to the bedroom, grabbed a suitcase, my suitcase. See, Tara thought she had me figured out. Quiet Noel, reliable Noel. Noel who'd never actually leave because where would he go? She didn't know about the promotion I'd gotten last month. The one I hadn't mentioned because she'd just complain about me working more. Or the fact that my company had corporate housing available for relocating employees. Packed methodically. 1 week of clothes, toiletries, laptop, important documents, everything I'd need. Left a note on the kitchen counter. "You were right. The door was right there. I used it. The apartment's paid through the end of the month. After that, it's your problem." Or Jake's. "Best of luck. Got a hotel room. Nice one. Use the corporate card." Why not? I'd been saving the company thousands by not using the relocation budget. Turned off my phone. Went to sleep better than I had in months. The extinction burst would start tomorrow. But tonight I chose peace. Update 1. 3 days later, turned my phone back on Monday morning. 73 missed calls, 49 texts, 28 voicemails. The evolution was predictable. Saturday night, baby, Weru, Jake drove me home, or car's not here. Is this about earlier or being childish? Hello, fine, be that way. Sunday morning, okay, what the hell, where's all your stuff? This isn't funny. Noelle, I found your stupid note. Really? Over one conversation. Sunday afternoon, the Netflix won't work. Why did you change the password? That's so petty. My show drops tonight. Noelle, please come home. We need to talk. I'm so drops tonight. The apartment feels weird without you. Monday morning, the internet company called. Are you canceling the internet? I work from home. You can't do this. This is abusive. I'm calling her mom. She did call my mom. Mom called me laughing. Tara says you abandoned her. Me? I moved out. She told me to use the door if I was unhappy. Good. I never liked how she talked to you. You never said anything. You weren't ready to hear it. Are you safe? Yeah. Corporate housing. You weren't ready to hear it. Are you safe? Yeah. Corporate housing. Need anything? Just support always. Oh, and I told Tara to lose my number. God, I love my mom. But Tara wasn't done. She tried my friends next. My buddy Devin. Yo, Tara's blowing up my phone. Says you went crazy. Me? I moved out. She told me to leave if I was unhappy. About time, bro. She treated you like furniture. What? Useful to have around, but not worth respecting. We all saw it. That hit different. People had noticed. Nobody said anything, but they'd noticed. Wednesday, things escalated. Tara figured out I was using corporate housing, showed up at my office. Receptionist. Mr. Brennan, there's a Tarara here. Says it's an emergency. Me, please tell her all communication needs to go through email. If she won't leave, call security. Watch from my office window. She made a scene. Security escorted her out. She kicked the glass door on her way. That afternoon, HR called me in. We had an incident with someone claiming to be your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. She's not handling the breakup well. She said, you stole shared property. I took my own belongings from my own apartment. She's upset. I'm not paying her bills anymore. We'll flag her with security. Let us know if you need anything. Corporate housing came with benefits, like security that took threats seriously. But the best part came Thursday night. Tara made a tactical error. She posted on social media, long rant about narcissistic exes who abandon their partners. Tagged me. Included carefully cropped screenshots of her texts leaving out all her nasty ones. Her friends piled on. Men are trash. You deserve better. What kind of man leaves over communication? Then someone unexpected chimed in. Jake the bartender. Wait, this is the dude who left the bar Friday. You said he was controlling and you were done with him. Now you want him back. The comments went quiet then. Tara, didn't you go home with Jake that night? Girl, you said you were single when you were flirting with my brother. Hold up. You told me last week you were planning to break up with him. The post got deleted within an hour, but screenshots are forever. Devin sent me the whole thread. Turns out Tara had been telling people we were basically broken up for weeks, testing the waters, lining up options. Jake had thought he was her rebound. Finding out he was the catalyst for drama, he bounced quick. Meanwhile, I signed a lease on a new apartment, small but mine. No live laugh love signs, no criticism disguised as help, no walking on eggshells in my own home. The silence was beautiful. Update 2. 2 weeks later, the spiral was spectacular to watch from a distance. Week 1 after I left, Tara tried love bombing, showed up at corporate housing with flowers. Security turned her away. She left the flowers with a note. I choose you. Come home. Threw them in the dumpster on my way to work. Week 2. She tried practical desperation. The bills were coming due. Tara email. The electric company is threatening disconnect. This is your apartment. It's my former apartment. You've been living there rent-free for 8 months. Time to adult. I can't afford this place alone. Then move. Not my problem. You know I'm between jobs. You work from home. You told everyone at the party about your amazing career. It's freelance. This is a slow month. Me still not my problem. She tried manipulation through mutual friends, posted about being homeless soon because her ex left her with nothing. Devin shut that down quick. Nothing except free rent for 8 months, free utilities, free internet, free streaming services. The narrative crumbled. Then came the real desperation. She started posting apartment tours on Instagram. So excited for this new chapter. Reality. They were all out of her budget. The comments were telling, gorgeous place, babe. The rent must be insane. $3K a month. Get that bag, sis. Manifesting this for you. But manifesting doesn't pay rent. And her freelance graphic design that supposedly had her booked and busy turns out it was maybe $600 a month on a good month. She'd been living entirely off me while telling everyone she was an independent boss babe. The mask slipped completely when she drunk texted me from her friend's couch. Who ruined my life? I had everything figured out. Jake won't even talk to me now. Neither will Marcus or David. They all think I'm a user. This is our fault. I gave you the best years of my life. You were nothing before me. You told me to use the door if I was unhappy. I used it. I didn't think you actually would. You never stand up for herself. That's why I picked you." There it was in writing. The truth she'd never meant to say. Screenshot. Saved. Not for revenge, for reminder. Whenever I doubted my decision. Final update. 1 month later, the apartment situation resolved itself in the most karmic way possible. Tara couldn't make rent. Tried to get her mom to co-sign a cheaper place. Mom refused. Apparently, I wasn't the only one tired of enabling her. She had to move in with her friend Becca. The same Becca she'd trash-talked for still having a roommate at 28. The same Becca who had strict house rules. No overnight guests, no loud music, no working from common areas. Split everything, $550. Tara lasted 2 weeks before Becca was texting me. "Becca, is she always like this?" "Me? Like what?" "Becca expected me to buy groceries because she forgot her wallet 3 times. Brought Jake over after I said no guests. Used my skincare without asking me. Sounds familiar. I'm giving her 30 days notice. Fair warning, she might contact you again." She did one last extinction burst. "I need to talk to you in person, please." "No. I'm literally homeless because of you. You're facing consequences because of you. Just meet me once. I have something important to say." Against my better judgment, I agreed. Public place, coffee shop, 15 minutes max. She showed up looking rough. The polished Instagram facade was cracking. No more designer clothes and fresh manicures. Reality had hit. "You look good. Thanks. What did you need to say?" I get it now. What I lost, what you threw away, the apartment so empty without your stuff." It echoed. "I never noticed how much of that place was you. It was all me. Always was. I know that now." Pause. "Would you consider?" "No, you didn't let me finish. We don't need to. The answer's no." She stared at her coffee. "Jake said I used him to make you jealous, but you weren't jealous. You were just done. Yen, when did you check out?" "When you told me to use the door if I was unhappy, I realized you were right. The door was right there. I'd just been too scared to use it. I didn't mean it." "Yes, you did. You thought I'd never leave. That's why you felt safe treating me like an inconvenience." She started crying quietly. "No dramatics. I have to move back home to my parents at 28. That's rough. They're making me pay rent, get a real job. Mom says I need to learn accountability. Good for them. Are you happy without me?" I thought about my new apartment. Small but peaceful. My promotion I could finally focus on. The dating app matches I hadn't pursued yet, but might. The friends who'd started inviting me out again now that I wasn't always managing Tarara's moods. "Yeah, I really am." She left without another word. "That was 3 months ago. I heard through the grapevine she's working retail now, living with her parents." No more Instagram stories about being a boss babe entrepreneur. No more flirting with bartenders while her boyfriend watches. Just reality. The same reality she thought she was above when she had someone else paying for everything. Me? I kept that promotion. Got another raise. Started dating someone who actually likes me. Bought furniture I actually enjoy. Created a home that's fully mine. The door was right there. She was right there. She was right about that. She just never thought I'd walk through it and not come back. Turns out when you tell someone to leave if they're unhappy, sometimes they listen and sometimes they realize they're happier on the other side. The house felt empty without me. Good. It was supposed to.